Okay, and here we are after 30 years, 20 years, decided to start painting again. Because before I really painted crappy, and now I was renovating the house, and I saw my closet full with, how you say it? Yeah, not so nice painted of the big pile of gray stuff. Yeah? So too bad. Anyway, I had this feeling before. Was in 2015 or something when all my Warhammer was still standing in the barn, and I thought let me put it upstairs and glue everything and create everything and make some closets and start painting. So I made the closet and I put everything in, I glued everything. And at that moment I also went to the Warhammer store, and then I saw the Age of Sigmar. And Warhammer Fantasy was stopping, so I was quite demotivated. And from there it again entered into my closet, and I painted a little bit, not too much. And yeah, from there it stayed there till now. Again, 10 years later, I was busy with renovating, and I thought by myself, they are still all gray, so let me start painting them. And I started looking all online, and I saw Warhammer the Old World, so I was quite happy and motivated. Also the content I saw online, it's nice to see and to listen a little bit and start painting. So here's a little bit an overview from the armies I collected. I started in 1995 with the High Elves, followed with the Empire. And after the Empire, I went for the Skaven. I also have Kislev and Dogs of War, but yeah, they were always part of my Empire army. So they were just an extra add. That were the only 3 armies I collected. There's also to do that my uncle at that time was collecting the Undead Chaos and Bretonia. And my cousin the Orcs. So we had all different armies to play. We were playing it like a big board game, like people play now Total War, with all different armies and earning points and things like that. Maybe I will explain about that later, if people are interested. But for now, I just want to start painting again and finally finish painting my armies after, what is it, 30-20 years? So let's see what's going to happen. So I grabbed my paint. That was the funny thing. This was the paint I always was painting with from 1995. It was always cheap, and it was just in the beginning the colors I was using, because yeah, everything was expensive, and the little bit money I had I was using to buy the miniatures. So we had always all types of paints, and always this is the oil paints, just from the toy store. It was also easy to buy. But yeah, it's sometimes also horrible to paint with, especially if you're not so good or not understanding what you're doing. So now I started painting again, and I started using these paints, and I was quickly annoyed again from it. Also the brushes goes bad very quick, but also the smell all the time, quite heavy. So I thought by myself this must be different, so I looked online, and then I found the army painting. So I went to invest, have a little bit in army paints, if you can see. So that went also wrong. I bought speed paints. I didn't have a clue what were the speed paints. And then I tried to paint, and I didn't saw anything, because I gave it a black undercoat. So I started reading a little bit more and checking online on YouTube. And then I noticed that that is better with a white underground. So I ordered the basic colors. and I tried to using them, and it went much better. So I was practicing a little bit more, and it paint nice. The only thing I found it with the army painters is, yeah, you buy those boxes, the starter sets, and I think in one was only a miniature. And the rest, yeah, you see a miniature, but there is not one in. So it was kind of bad. So I put it here a little bit from how I was painting. You see, just with the colors I had in 1995. Maybe 1996. When this came out, this box, maybe it was a little bit later, because it was the Empire box of Spearmen, so I think the 6th edition started already. So, but anyway, then you see the difference. And this is when I found it out that it is better to give it an undercoat. So I started giving it an undercoat, and it became a little bit more decent. I was already a little bit older. I think this was already around 2000, so I already was not really a child anymore, but never did really also the basing, so still didn't look too good. And now I started with trying out the army painting, and also start trying to do the basing. And then the result became like this. So that looks all a little bit better. Quite happy with it. Also with the basing, I ordered the starter box from army painting, to just see what are the different things. But I quick found out that lots of things you don't really use. For me, the nicest thing is the static grass and the glue. But like the static grass, yeah, you can buy easily very big bags on Temu, much cheaper. For the ground mixture, I found it in a little introduction also in YouTube. Just mixing sand with glue and paints. I just use cheap acrylic paints for that, so it stays nice and cheap. And after that you can just a little bit brush it to give it different colors, and then add the army painted glue together with the static grass, so at least you get some difference. You can find some little rocks outside, you can glue it on to get some extra. So for me it's okay. I really like how it went. So from here on I will try to learn more about the paints, also the speed paints and things like that. And I will try to improve myself and keep learning through the internet, and buy some more paints and some more colors. It's always nice to have a big choice, I find personally. So let's see if I now can finally finish painting my army after 20-30 years. So this is the army I will paint first, the Empire, also because this is the biggest army. I divided it in the 6 divisions. So this was my first book from the Empire also. And I will start now painting the Reiksguard Division, with on top called Helborg. So let's see what I can make from it, and how I can progress in the divisions after that. And here we have the Reiksguard Division. My first division finally painted for my Empire army after 20-30 years. When I started it was 1995. So quite enjoyed this ones. Lots of things I already done, not with the oil paints, but at least I put it already in the underlayer on this one. So I was a little bit further than before when I was painting with oil paints and no underlayer at all. Just with the paints we had and the colors we had. And now I already choose the colors and it's nice together. So I divided mine empire in 6 divisions. You have Karl Franz, and he called out his 4 Templiers to create their armies and to join the main battle. So of course then first we have the 1st division, it's the Reiksguard Division. The Reiksguard Division is the division of law and order. And you always need law and order in the empire. So from there, let's see what units we have. Let's start with the Grand Templar. He's here, Kurt Helwig, Grand Templar of the Reiksguard. He's in the small units of Reiksguard Knights. 3 of them, they are iron, they are 4th edition. Kurt Helwig itself is also 4th edition. Then we had the one with the flag, he's from the Panther, also 4th edition. But yeah, I had 2 of them. So yeah, I put it here. And I just added 6th edition, the hornblower and a captain. So at least it is a complete unit. And Kurt have some protection. Then if we go to the left, we get Fulton. Fulton the First, I can call him. Because yeah, they make 3 of them. I call the other version, he's older. I call it his father, the grandpa. Then he's Fulton. And then you have also a younger version, I call him the son. So you have Fulton the First, the second and the third. Quite like him. Then we have a unit of 6th edition great swords with full command. They're a unit of 36. They're also the iron version. It's really nice. I personally like them. I may be able to paint them later a little bit better or adjust some things, because also all the hairs, I noticed I make all the hairs yellow. But still it looks nice. Also the flag and the cross, it's out of the hand and I'm not so good with those things. So maybe if I become better, or I can ask my wife maybe. Because she's much better in painting than me in general. Then here we get a unit of 25 Reiksguard Foot Knights. Only the one with the flag is from another game. I don't remember from what. Also the middle, the hero, it's also from another game. But they are also knights, and to fulfill the middle. In the behind I have 3 captains. So I don't know how I come on 3 captains, but I put them there and together they look like at a complete unit. They're mostly the same. Only the 2 front ones, the one on the right and the left, they are like special with the different weapon, the Morning Glory or something. First I had them together with these ones. Then I had a unit of 40, but when I was painting them, yeah, then you see that they have all a 2-hander. So then I thought maybe better I just separate them and make a unit of 2-handers. So you have a unit of Reiksguards with 2-handers. Well, with the original flag bearer, also from the Foot Knights, all 4th edition. Very nice. Happy I have a lot of them. They were also quite hard to collect. But they are here to make it complete. Then we go back to the right. Here we have a captain, 6th edition. And then we have the Pistoliers, 6th edition. I gave them a flag and a hornblower. So they look a little bit cooler. But maybe they don't need to have it. And of course they have a wizard, 6th edition wizard. So they are more for his protection. And then we have here a unit of Reiksguard Knights. It's a unit of 27. Inclusive everything, also flag, hornblower. And there is also like a count in there. It's the same character as Kurt Helbull. I just changed his head and I gave him a pistol. But it is on the end the same model as this one. And he has an axe. So I really like the unit. It's a big unit, but it fitted also the type of game we played. Because we were not really playing like single battles, but we were playing in a world. We created a world, like how we now play Total War. We were playing Warhammer like that. But then all on a board and with battles on the tabletop. So this is my Reiksguard Division. The 1st division I painted. And after this I will start the 2nd division, the Gunpowder Division, State Troopers. With artillery and everything, of course. So it will start getting the looks of an army then. So far the Reiksguards. And then I see you guys with the next division.